What's going on, guys? We are back here with another live stream. Sorry, I'm just setting up again. We're back here with... Oh, are we crooked? We're real crooked today. There we go. Everything's right with the world. Welcome back to another episode or live stream of... Let's try all of that again. Welcome back to another live stream of Down the Rabbit Hole. We are back here. It is Friday. It is a good Friday. We are making progress on the project at hand, which is good. We're working on the tree frog. I'm gonna try to paint in the background color as of now. So we're gonna start the stream off. I'm gonna paint the background because I want it to be black, or a really, really dark green, but we're gonna go completely black for now. I think it'll make all the colors pop a little bit, and I want to get that in so that when I paint over it, it'll all be the same. I also want to try to do a test run of the UFO word and see if I can use 2 lines to create 1 line of cursive. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm hoping that it'll work. We'll just have to see what goes where and if it makes sense. So we're gonna try to do that and do a test run of that, which should be interesting and might take a little bit of working out. I'm gonna try to do it in marker so everyone can see it, and then we'll go from there. So let's jump into the studio. I bet you $100 that we haven't turned on our desktop camera, but we are there now. So let's just jump into the studio. Let's hit the beats. It's a little too loud on this side, but I don't know how loud it is on that side. It doesn't look that loud. So yeah. All right. Frogs away. So first things first is we are going to put in our black behind our frogs. I'm not super worried about painting our frogs. I do like their positioning and where they're at. So here we're gonna just grab the board, and here's our skateboard that we're gonna be working on. If I could get all our markers out of the way. It's nice though, because this one actually I'm working on the wide way, so at least we can kind of get an idea. I really like it. I just don't know how to work it out. I think I could work it out though. So I kind of want to just do it on the board. What if I did this as the end of the tongue somehow? And this makes the top of the O and comes back and twists with this and makes and drops out and does the bottom of the F. I really like the pushing idea if he's like licking him through.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
But that's kind of what we're here to kind of figure out. So we're gonna do a little building. We're gonna do some building. And I don't want to paint it black because I like the way it looks. A good way to do that is just jump in there, take a quick photo of what's there, just in case we lose it. You can always impose it, print it, do something with it if I need it, enlarge it, put it back together if I really need it. But for now, we're gonna go solid and we're gonna paint it black because that's where we want to go. Maybe purple? No, because I really would like to do these eggs on the bottom in different sizes, or like lining the edges. I don't know. I still got to get to that point. I feel like I should just draw it out here so I know exactly what it needs to be. Then I need to trace it, and then I need to put it back onto the black using white and laying. I don't know if I have a white colored pencil. I used to. But I don't know. Okay, so the big concept is we're gonna do black UFOs here. I'm not really drawing in what I want. Okay, and I gotta figure out how this O looks, right? So if I use the top to draw the U, right, and I drop it down here, and it comes up, and it kind of like whips back, and it goes back down, right? And we're using it. I can draw it in dark because, and it like comes back around, right? That's the really only unnatural part. So maybe I need to like because like wouldn't the U would just go over. I mean, I could really just hide the UFO word in there. You know, and I think that's pretty much what I want to do. The issue is the O is weird, right? The O has to go. It shouldn't be weird. I gotta write it real quick. Oh, that's much better today. I don't know. I had been painting for 2 hours straight the other day, so that by the time I was done with that stream, I was probably real tired of drawing things. But that's our end goal, right? So what? The O is tricky. And I just feel like, could I do the O differently where I loop it around and it twists? I don't know, that's kind of the... And then the idea would be to put like caviar or the eggs, tadpoles down here. I'll just draw it in real quick because we got nothing to lose, everything to gain. I'm just going to paint over most of this anyways. It's all gonna go in black, so well, maybe not this part, but like probably can't see that. Yeah. I mean, I can draw it all from one side. I was just trying to see if I can hide it a little bit better. You don't get, but extra goal is we want a tadpole being abducted. I think I don't know, I really wanted to like tongue tie them though. It would be really cool to like make it look like both their tongues. Like in like my previous drawing where I wanted to like weave one in the other, and I would have done that if I didn't get distracted, like go in front of and behind. So like go behind with one, then come in front, and then like this one goes behind the pink one, and so that they weave. But maybe I don't need, you know, my idea is like what would happen if I used one color for half the word and the other color for half the word, other half, and somehow I could get the F to mix and look correct. And like the problem is that the F is in such a small space. Like I don't have the room on the bottom to really make the bottom part work. Yeah, well, that's my plan, is to go in and do it in red and blue on a black background, hopefully. There's going to be like really no color and then just like a lot of color, and then I don't know. We'll see. But that F, that U, like, do I... It's just one trace backwards on top of the other. That's not what I want. I kind of just want half and half. So let's give this a go and do some just quick design. Oh, I wanted to paint this black. I do want to paint this black. If I paint it black right now, I won't get to try to do a test run because it'll be black. I should try to draw out a few more ideas first so I can get... So we're going to go to the idea board. I did bring some paper here. We don't have a very long stream tonight. I apologize. I actually lost track of time. I was supposed to do another 7 o'clock stream because this week we started back up doing the 2 hours of art a night just because it's necessary if I'm going to get these projects done. It wasn't realistic to try to paint entire paintings in 3 hours of a week. Even though that's what you want it to happen, it takes you about 10 to 15 minutes just to even get settled into the painting. That's if you're lucky. And then that's why on this channel that I've been doing 3 or 4 paintings at a time, because it's easier for me to sit down and paint one and then another while all the paintbrushes are wet, or and paintings are drying. It's like more time efficient. Is it a good way to do things? I don't know. I don't think so, but that's the way I've been doing things recently. Anyways, we're going to do a couple sketches here. I basically am going to... Last time I popped out so many markers, but what I need to do is I need to... let's look up some just quick... well, I don't even need to do that. I could just jump into Photoshop and do some research. And this is always a good way if you're going to be doing lettering or like graffiti. You can do watch. There's a fun trick. So I'll jump into the desktop. We're going to go to our good old pal 1001 free fonts. This is you can't use all these fonts commercially, but there's like a good idea if you're like, oh, I have an idea. There's a bunch of categories you can choose from: graffiti fonts, dotted fonts. Today we're going to need calligraphy. We could either use calligraphy. I don't see cursive in here. I'm sure I could search for it. They have all kinds of categories, but let's go calligraphy, because this might give us an idea of what we want. And then I believe I can have it. Okay, so I wanted to say UFO because that's the underfunded organization, so it's going to regenerate everything in the UFO style. So I don't have to do much to it. I know what my, so if you have a good company logo or like a brand name, look at this little miniature screen trying to outshine me. Get out of here, screen. That little X is smaller than any X. See, like I want it like this look. That's the look I want. But that also doesn't give me, that's like a really fat little bottom and a really long top. What if I did it all in capitals? Would it change it? Oh, look at that. Whoa. So nothing great. Hey. No free advertising on this channel. What's going on? There's advertising everywhere. Oh my goodness. We can't show that here. At least keep it PG. But you can do the death scroll of fonts. It's not my favorite activity. It's actually my least favorite activity. I'm not even seeing anything that's looking what I need to do. Because it's got to be lowercase. Let's be honest. We can't do uppercase. But it shouldn't be uppercase. I guess it can be uppercase. Lowercase, it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I see some things I like. I see some things I don't like. Like this is a nice touch where the curl is like really at the end. There's like a little tiny curl because I could see maybe, I don't know why, that tongue would be playing like a fancy little trick there. And then it's just like one side is, see, it's this part that's weird, right? It's that part. It's the part that like you. Oh. Are you supposed to try to hide that? Oh, you're supposed to try to hide that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go back onto the studio so you guys can see. Oh, you can't see. Kind of just fooling around, but I need to figure something out for this tongue part. Right. It's like, I like the, but then you gotta do this. I want to figure out how I can make this do this. So let's just stop the nonsense. And let's be honest, the UFO part is only pretty much as big as one sheet of paper. Or, I don't know. Give me real dimensions. its entirety, and maybe less than, right? That's all I got. I don't know, it's not very much, but it doesn't really matter. What I really want to do is write out the letters. So I need a U in here somewhere. U needs to be in here. This F has to look like and then I need a O. Can't trace this. I need to know. I have to write it together. I have to. Like, I can't separate the letters. When it comes down to it, I'm just probably, and see, so here's the hard part. Is it coming U, F, I think I'm just gonna have to right. And so it would figure out whatever to do from there. But our real problem is it needs to be coming like this side would be great. This whole first part is all this. The problem is reinventing the cursive isn't going to help us. Because the weird part is here. The weird part is the circle, you know? The circle is where it can get tangled and then come back out and deflect and hit the side of our little UFO. Sorry guys, I'm not even writing in frame. The problem is on the board I really want it to like, alright, let's stop messing around. Okay. I'm gonna do some real work here. If I mess up this skateboard, we're just gonna cry about it and throw a fit. And that's probably going to be the rest of my Friday nights until the end of the year. Okay, I'm going to try to give it some shape here and some dimension. I'm going to have to do a bit of erasing, but I'm going to actually commit to some deeper lines. So let's say this is like, because it's going to be pretty thin, you know, where it's stretching. Now this is going to be a good test in like animation, like the way it looks, right? Because this is gonna come up and it's gonna stop, which is gonna cause a little bit of weight distribution issues before it comes back out kind of wide. We're gonna get a little bit of backlash on this tongue. Okay. And then it's gonna go underneath. It's gonna get super skinny and go underneath. Well, it's gonna come through and just go like this. It's gonna go through and come like this. Wait, are we still looking at the side of the tongue? Maybe really the side of the tongue. And then it's going to turn off and become its wide self. Like the middle of the tongue would be here if we were going to be drawing it. Because we're really looking at pretty much dead on. Where like you have the side of the tongue there. This is the middle. Okay, we're just gonna wing it. I hope it comes out good. It's probably not going to, but oh, sorry, you can't even see it. Sorry. I really should sharpen this pencil. You should see like the actual state of it is no good, but so we're gonna go up. It's going to then wait, maybe it should come up and then start turning. We have like the back of the tongue and then this. And then we're going to see just the inside of the tongue from here. And then it's going to come swooping back down. Around our UFO that's here at the moment. See, I almost want to break off the U and the F and U and the F. Because watch what's going to happen right now. So, like, I need to actually connect these two. Okay, it's time. It's time to sharpen. Working trade pencils. What was I working with? This is an HB. It's a 3B. I feel like the 3B would be too dark. It's alright. Well, I don't care right now. I'm in a non-caring mood. I mean, it could be a little bit more fluid than that, but I kind of want it to be like stretchy. It needs to look stretchy. Like it's saving all its stretch for this last end part, which is going to come around the back and then come forward really quickly to to like curve the bottom. It's gonna touch the bottom, which is gonna bother me, so I might just put it off the page. And what I want it to do is I want it to sweep around. Okay, now the other issue I really think I want to do is I want to move this UFO. I need to move this action shot, which is quite good. I want to keep the... I don't even know if I want to move the UFO. Kind of like it right there in the middle of the action. Alright, we're going to just put it back real quick. It's not quite in the right position, but I kind of like it there. Anyways, what I want is this tongue to wrap around and try to recapture. It needs to be recapturing the egg. So it needs to end up here. And like around it. But not touching it. It can't be like, you can't have gotten it yet. We gotta give it some space. You just can logically have to give it that space. See, and hopefully this will give it enough of an F shape. See, I just don't know. I think if I put it off the page, it might work a little bit better. Right, so like this goes down like this. It comes back up here. I think that might look okay. I don't know. I don't know, I'm torn. It still doesn't help my O problem. See, I still think I want that. Right? Could throw the O in there. This guy just his. Yeah, I think that'll look good. It'll have good flow. So if I, right, and then I kind of cross this real thin. I mean, it doesn't really like, they don't tangle each other, but they're helping each other, which is just as good. So it would be thinner, it gets fatter, it would stay. I'm kind of combating two evils here, and I gotta just kind of play with it till it gets right, because it could be very elastic. But I think through curves, it's gonna be fatter because it's gonna stop. It's a little bit bendy, so you're gonna get more. It's gonna be thicker. Where when we hit the straightaways, but this one has to be in front of the other one, so it needs to be wider. I should look at things stretching like. Let's just take a look, and I know. Well, here I'll do this on the side. Normally I would throw viewers through this, but I'm going to just not do that, and I'm going to look up a couple frogs' tongues. And I think that might be a little gross. So we're going to just want to see how it stretches. It looks pretty straight most of the time. It's wider at the base, but I'm like really going for it. I mean, these are all going to have a fatter tongue at the end. Okay, doesn't matter. The issue is I'm drawing complete fiction, so it doesn't matter at all. Like, why am I worried? Draw whatever I want. But within constraints of physics and like laws of logic, then you have something that's surreal. If you just draw whatever you want, then it's abstract. I don't think I'm good enough to be an abstract artist. I'm back to using my terrible pencil. Things like that happen to me a lot, where I'm just like suffering for no reason because put something down. So when we gain stretch again, but I think it would be slowly getting smaller as we continue heading towards the end. This is in front. This one will be in between because that's going to go behind. So that one's we're not going to see this one. And it's going to be hitting the UFO, which is now not here, but a little bit higher in this direction. Just because I think it'll look a little bit better. It's like right here. Right. A little bit curve on the top, and then we're going to put oh no, I'm not going to be able to hit it with the same angle. Maybe I can change. Maybe the O should be higher. I give a lot of room to the other side. Uh-oh. Those black pencils are dangerous. That's what happens when you commit and you shouldn't. That's like not even. This is not even slightly centered, by the way. And that could be a major problem. So we're going to go O here. We're going to hit it high. Still gonna be pretty decent sized though. Like there's a dip in the board right here, so it's making it hard to figure out what oh. I gotta figure out where to put that O. I mean, it's fine there. I like where the O is placed much better. But I'm not too sure. I like where the UFO is. Well, no. I might have to move this all over a little bit, which would change completely how I design it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This shouldn't be that hard. This does need to like slowly turn, and then there's the side of its time. This should probably come in really wide and go skinny. It needs to all be cleaned up a little bit. The O needs to be... I still don't like the place of the O. Like, in the full screen, it doesn't look that good. And this... I want to put a laser beam. That's breaking. Because it's supposed to be sucking up our little tadpole, which is just this white little blob with a little eye on it, and then like a white spot on it. I think I may at the end of this month go back just to drawing, just because I have so much more fun just coming up with ideas. And although this is okay, I feel like paint may be a practice for just special occasions, not like on the consistent daily. And I can make it flow a lot better. I need to like widen some parts of it, thin some parts out, make it look a little bit better. I know the lights are so bad today. Sorry guys. Should I do diffuse light? Yeah, probably. But diffuse light isn't going to help us. You won't be able to see anything. Sorry, too dark. Is that better or worse? I can't tell. probably better. My issue there is that it shouldn't be right there. Is that better lighting? I don't know. Tell me at home if you think that's better lighting. It's much darker in here. I feel like I can see better though. I'm not fighting with the light as much. I don't know. No comments from the chat, so I guess we'll just keep continuing on. I don't think this pencil's ever supposed to be erased. It doesn't look bad, but then there's no light on the camera, on me. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh my, oh dear. I don't trust it. Yeah, so that's kind of the game plan that I wanted to pull off. Or maybe this is like bending too. This is like a yellow bend. And it goes smaller too, because it goes and goes yeah, this little cone formation. Trying to hold on to it. You gotta look at some bends and see, do a little bit of research. Figure it out. But I don't think I'm helping myself by, I'm gonna pull this out of the sleeve. I know it's a cardinal sin, but I'm just getting this color everywhere and I need to erase it. I like this lighting. Not for my webcam though. It's not helping the webcam. Still think the O might be a little low. But I don't really have a choice unless I move the frog up. But if I move this over like 2 inches and make that a little bit more, give it a better drop, this might give this more space to do what I need. So the next part would be getting this to a place where I like this F. Get it onto tracing paper so I can transfer it for the next step, because the next step is going to go on to our goes tracing paper, then this gets painted black, and then we will continue with hopefully putting that back on the skateboard with some sort of pastel transfer technique. I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm going to get the black onto, or get graphite. I can't put graphite onto the black, so I'm gonna have to find a workaround of some sort. I really do think if I move this over just a hair, it'll look so much better. Over and up a little bit. Do I like the way it comes off the bottom of the board, or is that gonna irritate me? I don't know. Oh, it can be smaller. Yeah, that's true. He is sitting in the background a little bit. I did make him smaller, so it looks like he's in the background a little bit more. I just need the O to come and match the front. It like needs to match. I also need to talk. I'll call him tomorrow. Okay, now that I've cleaned off that workspace a little bit, gives me a better look. I like it. I like the look here. I need to get the tongue high enough so it's hitting the spaceship with most of its fat part of its tongue. Like really, I'm trying to knock it out of the way. Whatever that may look like. And maybe it's made a bump in the tongue there because this has come up and hit this. But then I guess it can come in. I just need to draw the O in. What size should the O be? I have a hard time seeing because I'm like sitting next to it. I need to move this whole thing over. That's just the way it needs to go. It's not in the right place. That's okay. That's alright. Well, I'm gonna turn my lights back around so we can get lights. Whoa! Back to non-diffuse light. There we go. Non-diffuse light. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, so here we are. Finishing up week 12. This is the 12th painting of the year. I can't believe we're already 12 paintings in. Like I said, next month it might change. Let me get a sip of water real quick, and then I'll be right back, and we'll close out the stream because it's been a long week. We've done a lot of streaming. Oh, alright. You can draw things smaller on one side to make it look further away, or use color to balance things. Yeah, I think I can do that. I really need to get my head around this, and I think the flow's coming out good where I kind of know where I want everything to be. Now I need to just make sure that visually represents it. And like I said, I kind of want to look up some like cartoon and animations where things are stretched and like it's thin. It's got to be thin in the middleest point of the 2 points of tension. So that's what I probably need to do here. So from here to here, somewhere right here in the middle needs to be the thinnest, because it balances out between tension A and tension B, and then the roundabouts should be the same size because they're curving, but they should only, yeah. So there's some work to be done in like the thought process of how I want to draw this. But I think the idea is there, which is good, and that's kind of my favorite part, is really just coming up with the idea and the concept. I have a real hard time putting everything together, but I've been trying my best to do that every week. So here we are, week 12 on Friday, kind of finishing up this end of this project. Not finishing it, but just kind of getting ready to like really just lay down some paint. Other projects are going well. Everything seems to be, going the best it can. I keep doing touch-ups here and there as I walk by things on a day-to-day basis. So I think by the end of the year, I will have completed all of the paintings, or probably not. It'll be like New Year's, and I'll have 15 projects to finalize and some edges to do, and it'll be crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But so far, so good, right? We've started projects. We've finished a few projects like completely. And I'm also busy working on other things. So I hope everyone had a great week out there and is enjoying, or is getting ready to enjoy the weekend. Got Saturday, Sunday. It's supposed to be rainy and cold here in Seattle, so nothing to do. So I'll probably be painting. I might paint live tomorrow. So if you're around, you see it, the notification pop up, and want to jump on, you can more than welcome to come in and hang out. I'll just be kind of working through bad weather and getting some other things done too, because more Hot Wheels videos need to go out. The YouTube channel seems to be picking up. There's more views per day now, so that's good. Everything is working in a good direction. So yeah, we're gonna end it there tonight, and like I said, I hope everyone had a great week and is getting ready to enjoy their weekend. We will see you guys next time. Peace.